All right, video take number 96. Good morning, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. 2016. I wanted to deliver a video to you as opposed to, just flowers or, they're going to die in a week. And I thought this would be something that maybe you can listen to if you want to listen to it again, to remind you how much of a badass mom you are. I thought of a lot of things to say too, and I'm going to keep it kind of short in just a couple of minutes, but one of the craziest things I thought of was that it's almost as if you have a way of predicting the future. And I'm going to prove it to you. And I want you to really digest that and understand that you have given myself and my wonderful brother amazing lives, and you know that, and the guidance to believe in yourself and everything else. I'll get to that later, but what I mean by you're able to predict the future is well, let me just start with a couple things, and I wrote this down. It's right there. Okay, and I hope you didn't read that. Okay, but number one, I want to say is my father. Okay, so what I mean by my father is that it was almost as if you knew about me before I was even a thought, other than maybe your own, and you knew that you wanted my dad in my life for some reason, and I thank you for that. Because the spirit that burns inside me to believe in myself and to support individualism, it has been given to me from you both. And you've given me someone to look up to and someone I've learned a lot from. I mean, and you know that. Number two, as times as they were as they were, you gave me an awesome stepfather. It was a little rough at the beginning, and I'm sure that just comes with the waters, and it is what it is. But I know internally that he loves me, and you knew that too. See, right? And you knew this before it happened. See? All right? So I'm right here. Third thing I wanted to talk about was that you have given me one of the most incredible gifts ever, and that is my brother. And, I love the guy. And, being able to, be a brother and watch him grow and do what he does is incredible. And he plays music, he, is racing cars, he's in school, he's doing all these incredible things. Well, a lot of that has to do with, the person he's being raised by, you. And, the next thing I wanted to say was that, you've always given me the gift of being a mother who wants their son to believe in himself, and I do. There have been rough roads over the last 7 years, and you know that more than anybody. But always you have listened to me, cry, yell, laugh. All of it. And get frustrated and talk to you about career moves or school or my son Aiden and all of it. And you've always stood behind me 100% of the time, and I thank you for that, because you've just given me this comfort that everything's going to be all right, and keep your head up, and put your put your best foot forward and just continue and force through, and we're going to make it together. I don't know what this last thing says. My writing is a little, Okay, I got it. The last thing I wanted to mention, one of the most incredible gifts you've given me as a mom is being passionate. I am a passionate person, and that's thanks to you. The other day, I'm not sure if this was yesterday or the day before, but I met a guy, and I was talking to him about what he did and, everything else, and he said, I'm just not happy. And I said, well, you got to be happy, because if you're not happy, then what are you doing? I mean, do you want to go to work with a frown on your face? I don't, and I won't. And I said, you got to be passionate about something. And I said, so what are you passionate about? And he said, I don't know. And I didn't know what to do at that point. I mean, it was like the conversation just hit a brick wall. And I think to myself, how the hell do you not know what you're passionate about? And I said, man, you got to find what you're passionate about. And you got to do what you're passionate about. And I could not be more thankful for knowing and having lived what I am most passionate about. And again, that's thanks to you. And of course I'm referring to music here, but I mean, I'll never forget the first day that I sat down and I told you, Mom and Tom, my stepfather at the time, took a deep breath and I said, I need to request 2 months off of work. And, it's kind of funny, but I was serious. And I said, we're going to go on tour. And you kind of sat back and, I mean, you gave me a talk, but you let me do it. And it worked out quite well. And I can't thank you enough for that. So, thank you. And I love you. And I miss you. And happy Mother's Day.